What's up, y'all? Anderson here, back again to now talk about some NCAA marks. And we're getting into the season. January's kicking off. We saw some NCAA marks go down, in December, right? Early December before the break. Now, second week of January, athletes are starting to kick into gear. We're seeing a lot of schools start to travel. Everyone is going to be putting down some marks as we kind of lead into the end of January, getting into February. Next thing you know, March is going to be here. NCAA is going down in Virginia Beach. It's going to be the first time that it happens in Virginia. But first mark I did want to talk about from this past weekend was Auhmad Robinson from Texas A&M. He dominated 300 meters of, coming up on Texas A&M in the Aggies website. School record for Auhmad Robinson, dominating their season opener. Auhmad Robinson, we know him as one of the greatest 4x4 runners, in NCAA history, probably. He's run some really, really fast 4x4 splits, which I'll bring up in a second. But this weekend, they were down at Texas A&M in College Station, and Auhmad Robinson's school record in the men's 300 highlighted the Aggies' 12-event wins at the McVern 12-degree Invitational Friday at the R.A. Murray Fasken 38 indoor track and field facility. So Robinson put the nation on notice in his first action of the 2025 season as he dominated the men's 300. The junior ran in the final heat of the event, running away from the competition with a time of 32.34 seconds, which broke the A&M school record. The time also ranks Robinson as the number 3 all-time collegiate performer in the event and is the 4th fastest time run by a collegiate athlete in history. So, like I said, Auhmad Robinson, he's been a 4x4 stalwart for a couple years now, even dating back to his time at Stephen F. Austin. But now at Texas A&M, he's also, of course, been an amazing 400-meter runner. But this time of 32.34 seconds makes him number 3 all-time in NCAA history, only behind literally legends like a Torin Lawrence, rest in peace to Torin Lawrence from Georgia when he dominated back in 2010. And then, of course, Ja'Cory Patterson from Florida and then formerly of Virginia Tech. Patterson, his 31.99 is the only mark to ever go under the 32-second barrier for an NCAA athlete. Torin Lawrence, back in 2010, when he ran 32.32, which was an NCAA record back then, of course, that was a legendary performance. And that eventually led to him winning the NCAA title in 2010 that year as well. I think that was the year that Karani James had just stepped on the scene. I think Tabari Henry might have still been in the NCAA, but a lot of guys were really competing back then. But so for Auhmad Robinson to drop this 32.34, this is a really, really powerful mark. Now, like I said, in December, we did see a couple guys already dip their toes into the onto the track, and we saw guys like Judson Lincoln from Virginia Tech, 32.37, so just behind Auhmad Robinson. But you also saw Cameron Miller, 32.43 seconds. So a couple guys who are going to be competing with Auhmad throughout the 2025 season. These guys already really got themselves going in the 300, but 32.34. What is this potentially going to mean for Robinson? I mean, he's had some ups and downs throughout his career. Again, he was competing at Stephen F. Austin for a couple years prior to transferring to Texas A&M. But once he got to Texas A&M, he actually had a very, very strong career so far. 2024 at the NCAA Indoor Championships, we did see Robinson actually run a personal best of 44.91 seconds. That was a massive, massive performance. Made him into the top 15 or top 13, number 13 all-time indoors in the men's 400. And this got him second place behind, of course, Christopher Morales-Williams, who dominated the event indoors and out, broke the world record, of course, during the season as well. But 44.91 indoors is nothing to slouch at. And if this 32.3 is any indication of what he's going to be capable of moving into the 2025 indoor season, that means that he likely could be on pace to not only improve upon this, right, but maybe get down into a 44.7, 44.6, or even faster. Think of someone like Christopher Morales-Williams. He wasn't on many people's radars to potentially break the indoor world record before he actually did it. Someone like Auhmad Robinson, not saying that he's 100% going to be able to break it, but I would not be surprised to see him get down to a 44.5 or a 44.4 indoors, considering how he's starting off his year. Now, like I said, Auhmad has been one of the relay stalwarts for the past couple years. Specifically, back in 2021, he actually ran the 4x4. He was competing for Stephen F. Austin. They got second place at the NCAA Championships outdoors. Stephen F. Austin, not one of the big powerhouse, Power 5 schools, but 301.52 seconds for Stephen F. Austin, 2021 NCAA Championships. On the anchor, Auhmad split 43.45 seconds. masterful split. And that brought his team all the way, back from, I don't even know what place they were in, all the way up to second place behind North Carolina A&T. That was the year that, you had Randolph Ross was on that team and, a couple other guys. So that was a very strong North Carolina A&T team. But not only that, 43.45. Fast forward to 2024 at the NCAA championships, and that's when Robinson goes crazy. Once again on the anchor, he brings Texas A&M to the title at the NCAA championships, running 258.37 seconds, not too far off that NCAA record, but Robinson splits 43.20 seconds. This was, again, a masterful split. And I know a lot of people at that point were kind of calling for him to potentially, he needs to be put on the U.S. Olympic team for the 4x4. He needs to be, on the team in some capacity because of the 4x4 split that he ran here and what he had done in his previous time at Stephen F. Austin. And of course, during his time at Texas A&M. Now, we did see at the Olympic trials that Robinson unfortunately didn't do as well as you might have expected. He went to the Olympic trials. He actually didn't even get out of the heats in the trials. He didn't do well at all. Now, I don't think it was any indication of his, his performances or his capability or the ability to live up to the moment. It was maybe just a fluke race of, a very long season, whatever it may be. But I do think, again, him starting off with this 32.34 seconds, number 3 all-time in the NCAA, this means that he is not playing games. Like I said, potentially could improve on that 400 time getting down. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets down to 44.7 or 6 or better. But we'll see if that actually does come into fruition. We see a lot of these guys, again, going back to someone like a Torrin Lawrence, going back to someone like a Ja'Cory Patterson. They run 300s very frequently early in the season. A lot of top athletes do. Even someone like Ja'Cory Patterson, he's notable when he was at Virginia Tech. I'll never forget. That was, very, very early on in his time. He ran that indoor 300. He ran extremely fast. He dealt with injuries throughout his career, so he never actually kind of lived up to the potential that we might have seen throughout his time at Virginia Tech and Florida. So he wasn't able to ever get an NCAA title. I think his highest finish was a second place or third place at the NCAA indoors in the 400. I think second place in 2021. But then while he was at Florida, he was kind of dipping and dabbling between the 400 and the 200. There was one time he went to NCAAs and only competed in the 200. So essentially what I'm saying is I don't want to get too hype over a 300 meter performance. Now, not to say that Auhmad Robinson is going to be like a Ja'Cory Patterson. Torrin Lawrence, on the flip side, did run very fast in the 300, eventually went on to the NCAA championships and won the indoor title. But I do think that Robinson might have a lot more upside considering this is going to be his final year. He's in his senior year at Texas A&M. He will have some competition for sure, but someone like Christopher Morales-Williams, he already went pro, competing for Canada, competing for Adidas. So this might be Auhmad Robinson's title for the taking if he's able to really hold things together. So I don't know, just wanted to kind of highlight Robinson. He's definitely been a really, really strong performer. He's been a gamer over the past couple years. I've gotten a chance to speak with him a couple times, especially at the last NCAA championships when he ran the 44.9. So going to be exciting to see what he's able to do. Let me know what you think about Robinson and its 32.34. Do you think this is going to translate into a really strong 400? Might we see 44.6? Might we see a world record in the 400, right? Breaking Christopher Morales-Williams 44.4. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Be back again next time. Thanks for watching, y'all.